So right next to the statues and monument for the Mill Valley Creek neighborhood, I found this was right next door. This whole area has an amazing amount of African American history right here in this small area. And I just so happened to see this, and it's called Stars Park. Well, what is Stars Park? It says the original site of Stars Park. This was the original site. This is not the original Stars Park, but it's the original site of Stars Park. What's Stars Park, you might ask? Okay, it existed between 1922 and 1931, and it says on these grounds stood the site of the baseball park built for the St. Louis Stars of the Negro National League. So in 1922 to 31, there was Negro League, and I know if you know this, there was baseball, and the whole United States was segregated, but there was what's called the Negro Leagues, and located right here close to where I am, Market and Compton, is the site of the first ballpark, and I'm gonna read it to you. This was the first professional ballpark stadium owned exclusively by African Americans. It was built to hold 10,000 fans and later expanded to accommodate 16,000. Can you imagine 16,000 fans coming out today to see the Negro Leagues? That's what we had. I mean, so the future and the past, but I don't know if there's 16,000 people coming out to see the St. Louis Cardinals. Anyways, Stars Park was the first St. Louis ballpark to install permanent lights for nighttime baseball in 1930. A decade before the other local major league clubs hosted night games. And I imagine the reason we had night games, people couldn't get off from work. So they had night games so people could work and then come to see the ball game. St. Louis Stars, originally called the Giants, moved to this site in 1922 from a park on North Broadway in St. Louis. In 2020, Major League Baseball bestowed a Major League statue to the 7 highest-ranking Negro Leagues from 1920 through 1948, including the Negro National played. Negro National League champions, they were the champions in 1928, 1930, and 1931. A clear 30 years before I was even born, 16,000 African Americans were out here watching a baseball game. Probably my dad came and watched the baseball game down here. I'm just going to tell you about some people that you may or may not heard of, which were famous African American baseball players. And see, a lot of times I get irritated when people get mad about saying the first black person done that. We're not the first black person to actually do it. We're the first black person, if you look at the major leagues, that was allowed to participate. But we had our own things, and they were able to do it on their own, but were not able to participate in the major leagues because they were segregated. It's not that they weren't good enough and need to learn how to be good enough. We were good enough. Look, back to 1920s. So James Thomas Cool Papa Bell, I heard of that person. He was a baseball player. He played center field from 1922 to 1931. He's actually inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, and he was inducted in 1974. They wouldn't do that today under this administration, but this is what happened. They're trying to eliminate black history to make it seem like the only people out there doing anything were non-blacks. Willie Wells played shortstop for the Stars in 1924 to 1931. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1997. Here's another one. George Mule Suttles played 5 different positions on the Stars from 1926 to 1931 and inducted in the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2006. This baseball marker was originally dedicated on May 2nd, 2007, so this has been here for a while. I must have missed it. By the Bob Broad chapter of the Society of American Baseball Research. These grounds were renovated in 2020, so this is relatively new, and I'm going to show you the field in a second. With a generous donation from Cardinal Care, Harris Stowe State University on June 25th, 2021, and rededicated as Stars Park Field. That's beautiful. I can't think of anything more beautiful than that. So, as you can see, this mural is dedicated to the Negro Baseball League, the Negro Leagues. The Negro Leagues painted I mean, you can't see those. Those are on the ground, 1928, 1930, and 1931. But you have a mural, and it says art by teen apprentices from the St. Louis Artworks. I don't know who that is, but they did a fantastic job. So you can see that this is, if you look over this way, behind this mural, it looks like some of the buildings that were actually behind the park. So they did a really good job. The St. Louis Stars, World Cup champion. I'm going to go ahead and read the names of these players. We've got Davis, P. Davis. Oh, pitcher. This is their positions. The pitcher was Davis. Left field was Ritas. Center is Palms. What am I saying? Center field. First baseman, M. Sutters, and we talked about him. Trent, probably designated hitter, that's a D. Jay Russell on second base. Jay Williams, a pitcher. Hensley's a pitcher. What's CR? I don't know what CR is. Cool Papa Bell. Catcher, right field? I don't know. B. Russell's right field. Wells is shortstop. Cannon, pitcher. H. Williams, catcher. Creasy, third base. Oh, that's the bat boy. Even the bat boy gets some press time. And then the McDonald's a pitcher, and the coach, Coach Taylor. Coach Taylor even made it too. So this is amazing. This is a beautiful mural, and this is not just some hype. This is an actual location, so it's just beautiful.